Greetings, everyone. Meet me in my garden. Oh, this is such a beautiful time of the year for me. What better time of the year to sit among the plants and the flowers? I'm looking forward to going back to find my tree and just to hug and become one with this tree, man. All of a sudden, I could hear this silence that was deafening. Have you ever been in a situation where you're staring at no particular thing, you're just staring off, but it feels good? And someone's trying to get your attention and you don't want to take your eye off that spot. There's something pulling you to that. It's a very spiritual thing. And so every day I wake up, at some point of the day, I go off staring at something. It could be a bird, it could be just nothing. It's like you're lost, you're fixed in your thought, and it feels nice. I had one of those moments this morning, and as I was like staring off, some things started running through my mind, about what's going on in the world now, what's happening to us in our personal lives, and so many people are hurt, so many people are wounded, so many people are lost, so many people are scared. Some people waiting for direction in their life, somebody waiting for someone to listen to their story, someone who is hoping that they could have a sister or a mother or somebody that they could confide in. And in the midst of this chaos, the world is turning upside down. Words are put out there, and if you examine them as they are, you will not be getting any closer to the truth. This morning, as I was staring off in one of those places, and I had this thought occurred in my mind, and it said, look at this word. And the word was NIDS, NIDS. And then this voice came and said, look at that word backwards and upside down. And it was spin. And I thought to myself, so much of what we get when we see it in front of us, it spells one thing. But when you flip it around and you turn it upside down, you realize it's a spin. One of the things, and I don't know if anyone noticed this, but do you realize that all the folks who come out telling about the things that's happening now and say it's a lie, these guys are white folks that will come out and defend this thing, will come out and not defend it, but dispute it, says it's not what it is. And then you also see black folks, those few that are coming out, usually in the healthcare, talking about how true this thing is and how one ought to be careful and to take care of themselves and so on and so forth. And on both sides of the divide, what they're saying on the surface looks good. But my question to myself is, what is your intention? And it also makes me think to myself, wow, some of the things that white folks are saying, if I dare to say those things, someone would be knocking on my door and hauling me out. So there's a certain privilege that goes along with being in the right color, because the things that the white folks are saying, you could say it's bold and it's brave when they're saying that this thing is not real and this is that and whatever is happening, and you can see for yourself. So some of the stuff that you're seeing, it really doesn't seem to add up. But they have a certain liberty. White people have a certain liberty where they can come out and they can challenge their government. They can challenge the people, within their own race that tells them something that they're not willing to accept. But black folks can't do that. Because if I had certain truths or certain understanding as a black woman, would I be able to come out in this time and say it and be safe? That's just something I wonder. And to be honest with you, I don't trust anybody. And it has nothing to do with you being black or white. I just don't trust folks. And whenever I want confirmation from that divine within, if I hear something and it sounds like the truth, I ask that it be revealed to me until I hear it from that inner man, that spirit being. I don't trust it. So for those folks, whether black or white, who come out here and challenge the status quo, I'm saying power to you. Even if I don't know what's going on, and even if I don't support what they're doing, not even support, but necessarily jump on what they're saying and seeing it as the truth, I have questions. I always have questions. I don't care who you are, I have questions. And those questions continue. Here's the important thing that we all need to know. Whatever is happening in the world, the shifts, paradigm or otherwise, that are taking place right now, it really doesn't regard you if you're black or white. Those who are at the helm, whatever their intention, they're not looking at you and saying, well, because you are this color, we're going to protect you. Because even though that might be the intention, whatever we put out there, whatever we open our hand to reveal, once you've revealed it, you can't take it back. So when you look at all the diseases in the world that is manufactured, when these individuals were unleashing it on Africa or any other place in the world, or space that is, when they were doing it with the intention that it would affect one people, or one a system or whatever, it backfired. And that is one that thing that they have not learned throughout generation, that when you reveal your hand and show what you got in your hand, you can't take it back. From the moment you open your hand and you release that, you no longer have any control of it. So we think we're sitting here in limbo and we're worried about all the things that we're seeing and hearing, but we have to understand that a lot of the stuff that's happening have to happen in order for fulfillment to take place. Have you ever done anything and you say to yourself, I don't know why I did that? Have you ever said anything? I don't know why I said that, but this overwhelming desire came upon you and you released that thing. You did it, the thing, you said the thing, you didn't even understand why you did it after the fact. Because guess what? You had no control over it. And it's the same thing. The same thing is true of this time, that whatever you see being released, whatever you see being, said, it has its purpose. It has its purpose. And sometimes we're very destructive in our nature. And that destructiveness within, eats away our flesh, and it eats away the ones around us. And so there are times when we're forced to release it. And when it comes out, it is very scary to see. Frightening, really. But it must be done. As difficult as this time is, as frustrating as it is, I'm very happy to see a lot of things that are happening and how people are coming out and showing their face, how individuals are, being truthful to who they are, how folks are fighting back. It's something beautiful to see. But fulfillment of words, spoken or unspoken, must be realized. Must be realized. Stay blessed, everybody.